Behind Hollywood's blinding lights lies a reality wilder than any movie script. Fame, fortune, and total meltdown. Imagine your favorite stars trading red carpets for park benches. From chart-topping idols to blockbuster heroes, these celebs had it all, until it all crashed. Get ready for shocking twists, tragic comebacks, and a few laughs in between. This is the untold side of fame you were never meant to see. Once hailed as the Prince of Motown, Marvin Gaye's velvet voice could melt hearts and move nations. With timeless hits like What's Going On, Let's Get It On, and Sexual Healing, he wasn't just a singer, he was the heartbeat of an era. But behind that golden voice hid a man haunted by pain, paranoia, and a spiral he couldn't escape. By the early 1980s, the star who once sold out arenas was broke, addicted, and living in exile in Europe, running from the IRS and his own demons. When he returned home to Los Angeles in 1983 to care for his ailing mother, Marvin hoped for peace. Instead, he walked straight into tragedy. Living under the same roof as his strict, abusive father, Marvin's life turned into a ticking time bomb. Constant fights erupted over money, faith, even music. On April 1, 1984, after yet another explosive argument, his father grabbed the gun Marvin had ironically bought for his protection and pulled the trigger. One day before his 45th birthday, the world lost a legend. The news stunned fans. How could the man who sang about love die at the hands of his own father? Yet even in death, Marvin Gaye's voice endures, raw, beautiful, and broken, a chilling reminder that behind every soulful melody lies a fragile human heart. She wasn't just Lois Lane, she was Superman's girl. Margo Kidder lit up the screen in the 1970s, her wit as sharp as her smile, flying alongside Christopher Reeve in Superman. Fans adored her. Hollywood adored her. But behind that fearless reporter facade was a woman battling storms even Superman couldn't save her from. Born in Canada's frozen north, Margo conquered Hollywood with pure charm and grit. Yet fame came with a dark side: bipolar disorder, broken finances, and a mind racing faster than a speeding bullet. In 1996, after a very public mental breakdown, the once glamorous star was found homeless, wandering Los Angeles, convinced the FBI was after her. Tabloids went wild, and suddenly America's sweetheart was the punchline of every late-night joke. But Margo refused to stay down. She fought her illness head-on, cracked jokes about her own chaos, and kept acting, often saying she worked better crazy. Her brutal honesty about mental health made her a quiet hero long before Hollywood learned to talk about it. When she passed away in 2018 at 69, she left more than movie magic. She left proof that even heroes can break and still rise again. In the end, Margo Kidder didn't need Superman to save her. She'd already saved herself, one brave laugh at a time. In the 80s, Jan Michael Vincent wasn't just a TV star. He was the TV star. The chiseled jaw, the perfect hair, the fighter pilot swagger in Airwolf made him every man's envy and every woman's fantasy. Hollywood threw him fame, fortune, and fast cars, and Jan caught them all with one hand, the other holding a drink. But the sky he ruled on screen soon turned stormy off camera. Behind that smirk was a man spinning out of control. Booze, bar fights, busted cars, busted marriages. His paychecks vanished faster than his sobriety. By the 2000s, the once million-dollar heartthrob was broke, missing gigs, and sometimes missing teeth. Paparazzi caught him wandering California's streets, unrecognizable. No stunt double, just life hitting hard. The cruel irony? The man who once soared through the clouds as a TV hero lost part of his leg after an infection, yet he joked that it saved him money on shoes. Even in pain, Jan Michael still had a bite of that rogue charm. He passed away in 2019 at 74, far from the Hollywood mansions he once knew. But somewhere out there, fans still hear the roar of Airwolf and picture that rebellious grin. A reminder that even fallen stars can leave one hell of a sonic boom. She was America's favorite kid sister, Joni Cunningham from Happy Days, the girl next door with a perfect smile and a perfect TV family. Every teenager wanted to be her. Every parent wished they had her. But when the camera stopped rolling, Erin Moran's real life was anything but happy. After the show ended, Hollywood turned its back faster than you could say sitcom royalty. Roles vanished, money disappeared, and the fame that once filled her mailbox with fan letters left her couch empty. By the 2000s, the former teen idol was living out of motels, struggling with bills, heartbreak, and addiction. A far cry from the laugh tracks and studio lights. Tabloids called her a fallen star. Erin just called it life. With her signature sass, she once joked that her Hollywood career ended faster than a Happy Days rerun. But behind the humor was deep pain. Financial ruin, depression, and a battle against stage 4 throat cancer that even her spirit couldn't outshine. When she passed in 2017 at just 56, fans mourned not only the loss of Joni, but of the bright spark behind her. Erin's story reminds us that fame fades, laughter doesn't last forever, and even Happy Days can have heartbreaking endings. Though she'll always be the girl who made the world smile before the credits rolled. She was America's sweetheart, the golden girl of different strokes, with that bright smile and innocent charm that made every 80s kid fall in love. But behind Dana Plato's sweet TV glow was a storm waiting to burst. When the camera stopped, Hollywood didn't just forget her, it erased her. As a teenager, Dana had it all: fame, fans, and a paycheck most adults would envy. Yet once the show ended, the phone stopped ringing. She tried to grow up, but Hollywood refused to let her. Bills piled up, roles vanished, and soon the girl who once lived in a mansion was sleeping in a car, trading scripts for survival. Then came the spiral. Drugs, arrests, mugshots. She even robbed a video store once, and in true Dana fashion, smiled for the security camera like it was a headshot. Her life became a tragic comedy Hollywood couldn't write. Too raw, too real. She fought to bounce back, appearing on talk shows, swearing she'd turn things around. But the pain ran deeper than the laugh tracks ever did. In 1999, at just 34, she took a fatal dose of prescription pills, leaving behind a son and a haunting reminder that fame can fade faster than innocence. Dana's story isn't just sad. It's brutally human. The girl who made millions laugh couldn't find her own happy ending, proving that sometimes laughter really is just a mask. She had the voice of an angel and the fire of a wild storm. In the 90s, Mindy McCready ruled country radio. 10,000 Angels, Guys Do It All the Time. Those songs made her Nashville's golden girl. But fame, like whiskey, went down smooth at first, then burned all the way through. Behind that dazzling smile was a woman unraveling. The tabloids couldn't get enough. Rehab stints, courtroom drama, bad boyfriends, worse headlines. Her life started to look less like a country love song and more like a sad twang of heartbreak on repeat. Mindy joked once that she had more mugshots than hit singles. And heartbreakingly, she wasn't wrong. She fought hard, checked into rehab, promised comebacks, even tried to rebuild her career. But the bright lights that once made her shine now just exposed every scar. The pain, the custody battles, the addiction, it all came crashing down. In 2013, at just 37, Mindy took her own life on the same porch where her boyfriend had ended his days weeks before. It was a scene so tragic even Nashville couldn't write it. Mindy's voice may be gone, but her songs still echo, beautiful, broken, and brutally honest. She sang about angels, but in the end, maybe she just wanted to be one. Back in the 70s, David Cassidy was the face on every teenage girl's bedroom wall, the golden-haired dreamboat from the Partridge Family who could sing, smile, and melt hearts in a single camera flash. He wasn't just famous, he was hysteria in bell-bottoms. But behind that perfect pop idol grin, David was slowly losing his rhythm. The fame that once gave him stadiums full of screaming fans left him with silence and too many empty bottles. The boy next door became the man at the bar, chasing the high of applause with another round. His money vanished in lawsuits, divorces, and bad deals. The man who sang "I Think I Love You" ended up saying, "I think I'm broke." By 2010, the former teen idol was living alone in a rented apartment, dodging eviction notices and paparazzi. He joked darkly that he'd gone from platinum records to plastic cups. Yet even then, he never stopped performing, showing up on stage with a shaky smile and that old spark, as if the spotlight itself could heal him. In 2017, at just 67, his heart finally gave out, worn down by years of booze, pain, and broken dreams. Still, somewhere between the fame and the fallout, David Cassidy left behind something pure. Songs that made millions believe in love, if only for 3 minutes at a time. He was born into Hollywood royalty. The Barrymore name glittered brighter than any marquee. John Drew Barrymore, son of acting legend John Barrymore and father to future star Drew, seemed destined for greatness. He had the looks, the pedigree, the talent, and unfortunately, the family curse. In the 1950s, John was Hollywood's handsome rebel, a rising star who could have had it all. But the same charm that won over directors also won over the bottle. And soon, booze became his favorite co-star. Scripts stopped coming, mugshots started appearing, and the once promising actor turned into the Barrymore family's cautionary tale. He drifted through cheap motels, burned bridges faster than cigarettes, and turned scandal into an art form. Friends joked that he was method acting poverty, but even John couldn't laugh forever. He tried comebacks, but Hollywood had already moved on to a new generation, one without his last name or his demons. By the time daughter Drew became America's sweetheart, John was long gone from the spotlight, living in quiet obscurity, surviving more on memories than money. When he passed in 2004 at 72, the obituaries called him troubled. Maybe so, but he was also heartbreakingly human, proof that even in the brightest families, some stars are destined to fade before they shine. In the late 80s, Amanda Peterson was every teenage boy's dream. The blonde beauty who turned Patrick Dempsey from nerd to heartthrob in Can't Buy Me Love. With that dazzling smile and effortless charm, she was Hollywood's next big thing. The future looked golden until it wasn't. When the credits rolled, the offers stopped. Amanda, barely out of her teens, went from red carpets to regular life almost overnight. She tried to outrun Hollywood's brutal amnesia, small roles, new auditions, but the magic had vanished. The girl who could buy love on screen couldn't buy a second chance off it. Frustration turned into isolation, and pain became her new co-star. She battled depression, addiction, and a world that had moved on without her. Friends said she still had that spark, that sense of humor that made everyone laugh, even when her own life stopped feeling funny. By 2015, the former teen idol was living quietly in Colorado, far from the glitz that once adored her. Then came the devastating news. Amanda had died from an accidental drug overdose at just 43. Fans were heartbroken, realizing the girl who taught us to believe in love never found enough for herself. Hollywood called it tragedy, life called it irony. Amanda Peterson, forever young, forever waiting for her curtain call. In the 1980s, Corey Haim was pure teenage magic. That mischievous grin, the floppy hair, the cool kid confidence every shy kid wished they had. From the Lost Boys to License to Drive, he wasn't just a movie star. He was the poster on every bedroom wall. But Hollywood fame is a vampire. It gives you eternal youth on screen and drains you dry behind the scenes. Haim shot to superstardom before he could even rent a car, and the world adored him. Then came the drugs, the endless parties, the bad advice, the dangerous yes men. By his 20s, he wasn't the golden boy anymore. He was the punchline. He once joked, "I don't have skeletons in my closet. They're all out dancing." Funny, but painfully true. He tried comebacks, rehab stints, reality TV, even reuniting with his old co-star Corey Feldman for The Two Coreys. For a moment, fans thought he'd found his footing again, but years of addiction and struggle had taken their toll. In 2010, at just 38, Corey Haim died of pneumonia. Though everyone knew the real killer was Hollywood's unforgiving machine and the demons it left behind. The boy who never grew up became the ghost of a generation that loved him too much too soon. Fame can lift you to the stars or drop you to the gutter. These stories prove that behind every red carpet smile lies a fight you never see. Some fell, some rose again, but all remind us that stardom has a price. Thanks for joining us on this wild Hollywood ride. If their stories shocked or moved you, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more untold tales from behind the spotlight.